Car insurance deductible explained. If you're looking for the best car insurance, there are two important costs that you have to take into consideration: policy premiums and deductibles. A policy premium is the amount of money you will pay to an insurance company in exchange for the policy's coverage and features. It's a recurring fee to keep the policy in effect, but it will most likely change at your renewal period based on the company's updated rates and your personal metrics. A deductible, on the other hand, is the amount you may be required to pay if you have a covered auto insurance claim. There are various coverages that are deductibles, and these coverages have a variety of deductible options. In today's video, we'll try to answer some frequently asked questions about car insurance deductibles. Ready? Let's go. What is a car insurance deductible? Let's start with the basics. What exactly is a car insurance deductible? A car insurance deductible is the amount of money you consent to pay out of pocket for a car repair or replacement following an accident. If you are in an accident, for example, and that causes $5,000 in damage to your vehicle and you have a $500 deductible, the insurance company should pay $4,500 of the claim while you are responsible for the remaining $500. Another example would be if your car is damaged, say by a thunderstorm, and needs to be repaired. You normally file a claim with your insurance company to cover the loss if you have comprehensive coverage. However, before the auto insurance company pays to repair the hail damage, your deductible is subtracted from your claims check. Usually, the deductible for car insurance is a fixed amount such as $500 or $1,000. What kind of car insurance deductibles are available? Your auto insurance policy is a collection of various coverages. Some coverages, such as liability, compensate the other parties for injuries and damages if you are at fault in an accident. Other coverages, such as comprehensive, collision, personal injury protection, and uninsured motorist property damage, are available to help cover injuries to passengers and damage to your vehicle. These coverages may include deductibles or the option to include a deductible to reduce the cost of coverage. Let's take a look at each one. Collision. Optional collision coverage pays for vehicle damage caused by a collision with an object, like a telephone booth or a guardrail, when you are at fault. Although collision coverage does not cover mechanical failure or normal wear and tear of your vehicle, it does cover damage caused by potholes or rolling your vehicle. According to the Insurance Information Institute, the average cost of collision coverage is around $300 per year. Comprehensive. The next one is called the optional comprehensive coverage, which protects your vehicle against theft and damage caused by an incident other than collision. This includes hazards such as fire, flood, vandalism, hail, falling rocks or trees, and hitting an animal. According to our research, the average annual cost of comprehensive coverage is less than $200, and if you file a claim for damage to your vehicle under comprehensive coverage, your policy's deductible will be applied. While there are many situations in which a deductible may be applicable, there are some in which your comprehensive deductible does not apply. Some insurers also provide zero deductible comprehensive coverage, which means that if you file a claim for any comprehensive damage, you will not have to pay anything, but your premium will be higher. Property damage caused by uninsured, underinsured motorists. If you are involved in an accident with an uninsured or underinsured driver, if the driver does not have enough coverage to pay for the damage of your car, or if you are the victim of a hit and run, you may be able to file a claim under your uninsured or underinsured motorist property damage coverage. This coverage is not available in every state, but in those where it is, it may have a state-mandated deductible amount. When a deductible is required, it is usually low, ranging from $100 to $300. Personal injury insurance. Personal injury insurance or PIP coverage may be included in your policy depending on your state. This coverage contributes to the payment of medical expenses for you and all passengers in your vehicle. It can also help cover expenses such as lost wages, or if you require someone to do household tasks after an accident because you are unable to do so yourself. Depending on your state, you may be subject to a deductible if you file a claim under this coverage. But before we continue, go ahead and click the subscribe and like buttons. It takes a lot to make these videos. Your small actions tell YouTube to keep promoting our videos. Also tell us in the comment section what you think is better, to increase your deductibles or not. Thanks. Now back to the video. What is the average car insurance deductible? Now let's talk about costs. Many drivers have policies with $500 comprehensive and collision deductibles, but other levels are usually available. Most companies offer deductibles of $250, $500, $1,000, or $2,000 as options. Some auto insurance companies provide different deductible options such as 0 or $100 deductible. It is not uncommon to have a $100 comprehensive deductible, but a $500 collision deductible or a $500 comprehensive deductible and a $1,000 collision deductible. What you end up with will be determined by how much you budgeted for car insurance each month and how much you can afford to pay out of pocket if you require repairs. In general, the higher your insurance premium, the lower your deductible. When deciding on a deductible, it is critical to consider your overall financial health. How does your deductible amount affect your rates? Let's take a look at an example. Let's say you're paying $420 for collision coverage over a 6-month policy. Changing a deductible can affect the cost of coverage. The higher the deductible, the greater the cost savings. Increasing your deductible from $100 to $250 results in the greatest savings, while increasing it from $1,000 to $2,000 results in the smallest savings. When should you pay your auto insurance deductible? When you file a claim under coverage that has a deductible, you must pay your deductible if the damage is covered and costs more than your deductible amount. If your claim is approved, your deductible will usually be deducted from your payout by your insurance company. In most cases, you do not need to write a check or make a payment to your insurer. They simply deduct your deductible from the approved payout on your claim. Assume you have $5,000 claim that has been approved and your deductible is $250. In that case, your insurance company will pay you $4,750. Do you have to pay a deductible if you hit a car? If you cause an accident but do not damage your vehicle, you will not be required to pay a deductible. In this case, your liability coverage would cover the other driver's injuries and property damage with no deductible. If, on the other hand, your vehicle is damaged in the incident and you decide to file a collision claim, you must pay your collision deductible. Do you have to pay a deductible on my car insurance if you're not at fault? This is one of the most common questions regarding car insurance deductibles, and here's the answer. If the other driver is found to be at fault, their insurance company may pay for your repairs if you file a claim, and you will not be required to pay your deductible. If you have collision coverage, you can also go through your own insurance company, which will seek reimbursement, including your deductible from the other driver's insurance company. In cases where the fault is shared, you may be required to pay the entire or a portion of your auto insurance deductible. Remember that if you're hit by an uninsured and underinsured driver, a deductible may apply to your uninsured or underinsured motorist property damage coverage in some states.